Hello, Capricorn, and welcome to your astrological forecast for April 2017. Now, this works if you have Sun, Moon, or Ascendant in Capricorn. Now, remember, this is just a general reading. If you want a more detailed reading, you can always schedule an appointment with me at the link below. Now, what I'm going to be talking about in this video is going to be the astrological aspects that are going to happen this month, which are mainly retrogrades. And I will let you know what a retrograde is. It's a lot of intense energies here. So that's why at the end of the reading, I'm going to be pulling out a daily guidance oracle card in the end from the angel deck of Doreen Virtue to try to see if the angels can kind of give you some sort of message, some sort of guidance for you to get through this month. So, we can actually use the energies that we want to use them in the way that we actually want to, so we can manifest the things that we actually want instead of going against the current. All right, Capricorn, so let's get to it. Alrighty, Capricorn, so let's start with the retrograde that we've been dealing with since March. Now, Venus has been retrograde since March, and I did do a video on Venus retrograde for your sign, so if you haven't watched that, you can definitely go and check it out because it's very important. Now, it's still retrograding all the way until the 15th of April. Then it starts moving direct. But on the 2nd of April, Venus is going to go into Pisces. Now, Pisces rules your sector of communication, of expression, of how is it that you deal with your immediate world, of siblings, of short trips, of writing and communicating, most of the things in media and anything that has to do with hobbies and being courageous enough to express yourself and not hold your tongue back, okay? So with Venus retrograding here, this could be a time where sorry guys, I have an alarm that reminds me, to be conscious. Okay, so we have this Venus retrograde, and it's going to be retrograding in your third house of communication, and you're going to be really analyzing how is it that you're coming across. Are people really understanding you? Are you making yourself clear? Are you swallowing up your words? Are you not letting your voice be, come out and for you to stand and for you to, make your stand with your speech and your expression? So Venus here is making you analyze, and also is making you analyze in the way that you communicate. Are you doing it in a way that is diplomatic, that is helping two parties, that is helping the situation if there's some sort of conflict? Or is your speech strong? Is your speech stubborn? Is your speech violent? Is your speech demeaning? And it even has to do also with your internal world, okay? One thing is how you talk to the world and how you express yourself to the world and how you interact with the world, but it's also the way that you interact with the world has to do a lot with how you perceive things and how your mind is analyzing things and what the mind thinks the truth is. So here, Venus is going to try to clean out, make you realize, are the thoughts that you're having about your life, yourself, others, benefiting you or not benefiting you? Is your mental realm full of garbage, of self-doubts, of not being able to be good enough? Because Capricorn, you are an amazing, amazing sign. You can accomplish anything, okay? You're the GOAT. You're the number 10. You're the one that goes to the peak. Number 10, I mean like number 1. 0 plus 1 is, 0 plus 1 is 1. So you are a number 1 in a way. You're very ambitious, and you really want to have those high peak statuses and really reach that top. And you can have a lot of restlessness, and you can be very hard on yourself while you're doing all of this. So Venus is retrograding in your chart to try to understand, like, okay, what is it that you're doing with your mind? Are you being too depressed? Are you being too hard on yourself? Do you have good thoughts about yourself? Do you have good thoughts about your life? Because, and especially since Saturn, your main planet, is in the 12th house, trying to help you conclude this chapter of your life and let go of things that you don't need to be, holding on to anymore. This is super crucial. because this is the last step to changing your world. When you change your perception, everything looks different. Everything looks completely different. So Venus is going to definitely help you throughout this time, and by the 12th, I mean by the 15th of April, Venus is going to give you that clear head of like, okay, I'm going to start communicating more beautifully. This is how I want to come out. This is how I want my speech to be. This is how I want people to perceive me. And then you're going to be a lot more grounded when it comes to your self-expression, when it comes to having a healthy ego, and when it comes to feeling more stable and at home with yourself. Now, we also have on the 6th of April, we have your ruling planet Saturn going retrograde. So now you're really going to be getting, okay, things are going to slow down first of all, which is good. Things are going to slow down for you. And Saturn is going to help you, okay, what types of commitments have you decided to take? What long-term commitments have you been avoiding, or do you are in that you don't want to be in anymore? It's going to make you analyze all those commitments, all those contracts. It's going to make you go over them. Things are going to slow down too. So I don't see you putting more things in your plate. I see you actually dealing with unfinished business, which is some major theme that you have. A major theme that you have, Capricorn, this year period, but this month specifically, there's a lot of internalization happening with these retrogrades. Retrogrades help you internalize, help you go put all the energy more in. When they're direct, the energy is going out of yourself. When they're retrograde, the energy is going within. So when it goes within, there's a lot of transformations and a lot of self-discoveries and a lot of it's harder in a way because you are seeing yourself. So with Saturn here retrograding is going to help you understand what have you been holding on to that you need to let go of. Because that's a commitment. When you decide to hold on to an idea, to a thought, to a relationship, to a job, to anything that is not satisfying, because you might be afraid of change, or you might be afraid of, like, I put so much of my investment, of myself into this, how can I just drop it? Here, Saturn is saying, analyze very clearly, because do you really want to be responsible towards these things where your heart is not really in it? Are you going to trap yourself into some misery? So that's why Saturn is making you slow down, take a step back, and again, we're going to super analyze the situation to see if you are letting go of the things that you need to be letting go of. Are you doing the self-undoing job that you need to be doing? Are you doing the detoxification? Okay, this is also a time of detoxifying, because you're having so many internal energy happening. You're realizing that there's a lot of garbage in there. There's a lot of garbage in there that needs to come out, that needs to be released. So I do see a detoxification period. And this actually could be the time where you finally have the ability to let go of the things that you need to let go of fully. So I actually see this being, for you, actually, I see it for Capricorns being actually an amazing time where you're going to be having some breakthroughs and finally being able to let go of things that you no longer need in your life, and to start, emptying your cup so it can be filled up again next year. Now, there's another retrograde happening. On the 9th, we have Mercury going retrograde, and Mercury is going to be retrograding in your sector of love, romance, and creativity at the beginning of the month. So I see you being, I see you analyzing yourself, analyzing your romances, analyzing what is it that you want out of love. How is it that you love? How is it that you receive love? How is it that you are creative? Are you letting your inner child be creative? Are you letting yourself be whimsical and spontaneous so you can feel fulfillment, so you can feel pleasure? This is the house of pleasure. So you're analyzing love. You're analyzing your creative abilities, especially for any Capricorns that are doing any creative project. This is a time where you're doing all the extra details. Remember, Mercury, the devil's on the details. You need to be checking everything, going over everything, making sure that nothing is left to chance. Because if you leave it to chance, believe me, Mercury will come and trick intricate. Okay, so expect, delays, expect, technology sometimes not working. Make sure that, that you go get your card, oil change, and all these things, because it's very important, because he's a trickster. Mercury is a trickster. So Mercury is going to help you really analyze and go over situations that have to do with creative projects, and go over any situation that's been going on with love. Okay? This is when you're going to fully get the clarity of Venus retrograde, because Venus has been dealing with your love. It's been dealing with where you really feel happy. Where is it that you truly feel happy and at home? Is it with this person, or is it with somebody else? So I definitely see that by this time, by the beginning of the month, that's when the gears, after the ninth, that's when the gears are going to be really turning and going over. What is it that you want out of love? And also with your children. For any Capricorns out there who are parents, this is a time where you're finally going to be able to analyze and maybe talk to your child and clear the air of things that need to be cleared out. Some communication that needs to be cleared out. So, and then by the end of the month, Mercury is going to and by the end of the month, Mercury is going to be able to help you um, deal more with your home situation. Okay, where is it that you belong? Where is it that you feel like you belong? Where is it that you feel content? What are your foundations in life? Your family. So these things are going to be overlooked. Also, there could be any, renovations going over, like the house. Is the house, everything is good in the house? I see you organizing it. I see you putting it tidy. I see you putting it in place. Um, and just putting a lot of logic and thought in anything that has to do with your family, your home. Also talking to them, you know, talking to them. Understanding that maybe something from your family or something from your roots can be affecting the way that can be affecting the way that you're able to let go of certain things in your life. Okay? So this is going to help you put some logic and some understanding. Again, not a good time to be doing anything new. It's a time to just finish unfinished business. And that is your main motto here. Now, on the 20th, we have Pluto going retrograde, and Pluto's been sitting in your sign. Now, Pluto is the planet of transformation, power, the planet of rebirth, and it's also the planet that helps you evolve. Like, it's the catalyst into evolving you into the future. So when you don't let yourself evolve and let yourself be transformed and understand that life is the cycles of life and death, and you don't let that part of you die, then you get stuck. We get stuck. We can't evolve, and that's when we feel constricted. That's when we feel unhappy. That's when we feel like my life is just not like it's just not working. So with Pluto sitting in you and yourself, you've been learning a lot about power. And when Pluto's direct, there's a lot of external power, of controlling others, of controlling the situation, of controlling this thing. I don't want this to get out of control. So it's a lot of external manipulation. But now it's going to be internalized. Ooh, just got chills. It's going to be internalized, which means that the transformation is going to begin from within. Okay? This is going to become more powerful. You are going to become a researcher into your soul, into yourself. And you're going to dig really deep and understand, why can I not let go of this? Why? Because that is your main thing. Listen, Capricorn, all of this needs to happen. I know you're ready to move forward. I know you're ready to start doing some amazing things in your life. And they are happening because Jupiter's in your 10th house of career. So you are having opportunities for your career, and your career is pretty much blessed, But there is things that you need to let go of. If you need to let go of a job, there's an opportunity right there with Jupiter in your 10th house helping you get a new job, helping you make this career change. So what do you need to let go of? And now Pluto is going to help you transform yourself. Now you're going to control yourself. Now you're going to put the control on your thoughts, on your words, and on your actions. And you're going to say, no, I'm going to let go of it. No, I have to just stop this. No, I have to give myself a detox. No, I don't want to eat that. No, I don't want to put that in my body. No, I'm not going to control you. I don't want to be a control freak. So I see a lot of self-control. You are going to put all that energy into yourself, and you're going to feel powerful. and you're going to feel more powerful, because this is the moment of transformation. I see some major, this is it. Okay, this retrograde period is what you've been waiting for, Capricorn. Is what you've been waiting for, to finally unshackle yourself from all the things that you might be feeling like you're not, like you've been held back by situations. Okay, now the good thing, well, everything is good, but another thing that is happening, Mars, at the beginning of the month, he's sitting in a in Taurus. So you're very active with your creative pursuits. You're desiring creative pursuits. You're desiring expressing yourself, your authentic self. You're deciding and going for romance, going for for choosing romance in your life, choosing love in your life, and also letting your inner child lead the way. And this is really good. This is what's going to really help you get through the situation, because Mars is here giving you that light in the darkness, that light of whimsicalness, that light of get creative, that light of go with your children, be with your children, play with your children, get active. Also, it's a house of sports. So here you can even feel a lot better if you go out and do some sports at the beginning of the month. But this is going to keep things light, okay? Because you're going through some deep, deep, deep stuff of self-undoing. So in the outside, we're bringing goodness, we're bringing lightness, we're bringing childlike nature, we're bringing creative pursuits, we're keeping it happy, and we're keeping it pleasurable, all right? And then at the end, after the 21st, is going to go into your house of work and your lifestyle and your health. So by the end of the month, I see you like, okay, I'm going to organize my life. I'm letting go of the situation. I'm letting go of this. This is no longer healthy for me. I'm going to be doing a detoxification. I actually see you making the huge detox by after the 20th, 21st. And Mars is going to give you that oomph to really, really just accomplish it, to not eat the meat, not eat death, go work out, drink the water. It's going to give you that discipline, which you thrive on this. You thrive on this discipline. So that's going to be a really good energy, a really good drive. Okay, Capricorn, so let's see what message do we have for you. For Capricorn, 2017, April 2017, Capricorn, 2017. Okay. You got be honest with yourself. And it says, look into your heart and you will know the truth of the situation. It's safe to admit the truth to yourself, for we will support and guide you through any necessary changes. Lean upon us for courage and the strength to take good care of yourself. Focus only upon your true desires, and they'll come to you upon angels' wings. Look at that. This is so what you needed to hear. This is so what you needed to hear, with all the letting go, all the detoxification, because you're not only having a physical, you're having a physical, psychological, emotional, mental detoxification. You are emptying your cup. You are trying to get empty inside. And it's saying that the way that you're going to do it is really listen to your heart. Your heart is going to tell you what to keep and what not to keep. And even if you have to let go of something, Capricorn, the angels are helping you through this change. They really are. Because this is a time of change. This is a time of changes. If you live your life exactly the same by the end of this year, you have ran away and ran away. And you just debilitated yourself immensely. And you're going into your new cycle of life with the left foot. And you don't want to do that. You don't want to do that, Capricorn. So the best policy is be honest. Be honest with yourself to know that something has outgrown you. To know that something is not giving you the empowerment that you need in your life. And that you need to get rid of it. And it also says, and focus upon your true desires, and they'll come to you upon angels' wings. So what this is also saying is, stop worrying, because worry and thinking of the things that you don't want is actually a prayer to the things that you don't want. So start focusing on what is it that you really want in life. What is it that you want? How do you see it? How do you feel happy? How do you feel good about yourself? Think about those things. Fill yourself with goodness. Fill yourself with good desires, you know? Not oh, I'm not good enough. I didn't do this right. Because again, you're fighting yourself. You are your biggest enemy. You. Because you are the toughest sign. You are so tough on yourself, Capricorn. You know it. So be honest with yourself and fill yourself with good validations that where you're doing is your true, is your calling, and this is gonna make you feel secure. That life, that this is your mother. You know, like she's not gonna abandon you. The universe is not gonna abandon you. If you make changes and you are bold and you go towards the sun being the golden light within yourself, she's gonna be there. She's gonna take care of you. She's gonna guide you. So it's lovely reading. Lovely reading, Capricorn. Alrighty, Capricorn, thank you so much for letting me do your reading today. Thank you so much for liking, subscribing, and sharing. I would love to hear your comments of what you have this month. And also, if you have any requests, I would love that as well. And I also want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart for you being able to open your heart to the channeling that I'm doing for you, okay? And also, check out your sun, moon, and ascendant, because you could be hearing some messages also coming from there. And remember, this is just a general reading. If you want a more detailed reading only for you, you can always schedule an appointment with me at the link below. Alrighty, Capricorn, I'll be seeing you soon. Have a lovely day.